CATIA v5, this will be regarding hotkeys. So let's take a look over here at the default hotkeys that CATIA has. For example, if I will just draw a line, we're going to see the following. Now, if I'm going to press Ctrl and Y, that will redo actually the last command. So in this case, another line. If I'm going to draw a rectangle, let's draw it over here. If I'm going to press Ctrl I, I'm going to draw another rectangle. So this will redo the last command. That's actually the hotkey over here. Other than that, CATIA kind of lacks hotkeys over here. So for example, if I want to pad this, we're going to see that pad doesn't have a hotkey over here. Since I have multiple open profiles, you're going to see that this will also give me the following error. So I will need to specify that maybe I only want to go with a profile that will be fully filled in this case. Or I can go over here on this line and I can convert this within a construction line. I can do that over here using the sketch tool. So if I'm just going to make those two lines for construction, now I can easily pad those two profiles. But again, we're going to talk about adding hotkeys within CATIA. So we see over here pad. If I'm going to right click on that, I don't have the possibility to set hotkeys over there, but I can go over here within tools, customize. We're going to have over here commands. We can search within the category. For example, I'm going to go within all commands. And over here, we're going to see that we have a large list, and we know that that is pad. So you can just mouse over here, click once, afterwards press P. And we're going to see that pad will actually have two commands over here. So the first one will be this one. If I'm just going to go within show properties, we're going to see that for this one, I have a title. I can change the icon. So if you want to customize CATIA, we can do that. You can also define over here an user alias, but the hotkey will actually be over here within the accelerator. Now, CATIA doesn't allow single buttons for hotkeys. As you saw with the line, if I'm going to press Ctrl and Y, that will be the last command, also with the rectangle. If I'm just going to add over here for pad, I can press Ctrl P, but that will just print. So let's go for something else. I'm going to go for Shift and P. And as you can see over here, if I'm going to go with user alias, I'm going to press Shift and P, nothing will happen. I can add over here the following, Shift space plus P. But keep in mind that this will only be on user alias. So if I'm just going to close this, I'm going to press Shift and P, I'm going to see that nothing will actually happen. I'm actually typing over here within the command, even though I'm holding down Shift. But if I really want to add that for the pad, I can go over here within all commands. I can select the pad with the three dots. And you're going to see that even a description, this will only have creates a pad. And the second one will have pad, creates a pad from an open or closed profile. So this is actually the one that we want to change. And for this one, we're also going to have over here on the bottom accelerator. So this is actually the hotkey. If I want to add Shift and P for this, I can select over here Shift. I will need to type in plus and P with those two spaces. And now if I'm going to close this, we're going to see that Shift cannot be only combined with either a letter or a figure. So in this case, CATIA doesn't really want me to use Shift. So in this case, let's add Alt plus P. As you can see with Alt, it will work. And this is one of the things that I don't really understand why Dassault created this. So if I'm going to press now Alt and P, we're going to see that the pad window will appear, and I can go ahead and I can pad this. Again, I will have those sketches that I need to create as a construction. So the same problem as previously, since I undo that. But I can just select those. I can make those two for constructions. And if I'm just going to press now Alt and P, we're going to see that we have the possibility to do that padding. And this is where this will get tricky, because you see over here we have print, Ctrl P. So there are only some combinations with Ctrl N will create a new document, Ctrl O will open one, Ctrl S will save, and we have Ctrl P that will do the printing. We also are going to have do and undo, copy and paste and cut. Ctrl F will be search, selection sets will be Ctrl G, And we have properties, Alt and Enter. This is also one of those default hotkeys. But we see over here the product tree, which is entitled specification, will be F3, Shift F2, specification overview. And as we can see, those are pretty much all the hotkeys. And we also have Shift F1 for the additional help. And F1 will do directly CATIA v5 help. And those are pretty much the only hotkeys that we have by default. So if I'm going to go back over here within commands, I'm going to go over here again for pad with 3 dots. I'm going to go within additional properties. I can also add Control P, but that will just overlap with print. But yeah, this is the main problem. So the question was regarding if we can use, for example, for trimming the hotkey T directly. And the short answer is no, we can't do that directly. We can use, let's say, some additional software if you want to do that. And this is, again, as I say, one of the main weakness of CATIA. If you are familiar with SolidWorks, Fusion, or other CAD solution, you're going to see that those will be a lot more friendly towards hotkeys. And let me just search over here for trim. So I will need to go over here. And again, for trim, you're going to see over here 2 of those icons. And they are actually listed like this. So the first one will be trim, cuts and assembles to components. The second one will be directly cuts and assemble to elements. And we also have trim and split. So depending on the workbench, we're going to see that this will have the following icon. So yeah, it's still the same, but it has a different gradient over here. So yeah, this is how you can work with hotkeys. Keep in mind that if you want to use Shift, you need to combine that with an additional accelerator, for example, Alt or Control. And yeah, this is how you can set up hotkeys. In my opinion, this is again one of the worst solutions to customize hotkeys and to work a little bit faster. And there are other workbenches, for example, this one, which I made multiple videos about this. This has the weirdest hotkeys over here. So take a look over here. If I want to create a sphere, I can hold down Alt, Shift, and H for a cylinder with I, B for a box. So again, really weird hotkeys over here. So if I want to create a box, I can press those 3 and that box will be created. Again, I don't know anyone that uses CATIA Imagine and Shape and uses these hotkeys. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know anyone personally. I didn't see anyone within a video to use that. Maybe to create the initial box, but afterwards over here on the tool palette, take a look over here at these hotkeys. So we have the robot definition, Control Shift C. The following one will be automatic robot, Control Shift B. We're going to have the reset robot, which is quite, let's say, used quite a lot over here. Control Shift D. And you see over here, all the hotkeys have weird combinations. Even object selection, Alt Control O. So some of them will be with Alt, some of them will be with Shift over here. Again, a total mess and not sure exactly why they decided to make this. Now, I'm really curious if you are using hotkeys within CATIA, how do you set up those? I also added for hide and show V, so that's the only one that I added. Since I started to use AutoFusion, by default V is over there for hide show, and I started to adapt that to CATIA v5 as well. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. You're gonna find a similar video over here on the left side, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.